Superman!
Come and take a walk with me. I need for all of y'all to feel what I'm going through and see what I see. If you got time and take a walk with me, come to Jersey from New York with me. I know you're busy, maybe I'm seeing something wrong. Come along and make sure with me. Come and take a short walk with me.
Hey guys, welcome to Jae Explains, 23% poverty versus 7% poverty. I'm Jay, the official elected official, and what you're watching is a direct comparison between my town of Irvington, New Jersey, to our neighbors up the hill in Union Township, New Jersey. So, how do you get a 16-point poverty rate swing in less than 2 miles? I have a theory that involves the Civil Rights Act, the Newark Rebellion, and immigration policy. Want to hear it? Here you go. In the late 60s, after the Civil Rights Act and Newark Rebellion, something that rarely gets spoken of is the change to immigration policy. That is when the federal powers that be, at the time, decided to let the doors open for more black and brown countries to come on in. Let's make this insanely clear. I'm not ripping on immigrants, just pointing out the reality of the circumstances. After the Newark Rebellion, many black families in the area moved to Irvington, which was a suburb at the time. And well, the white flight was real. Add a whole new influx of immigrants coming in, they needed somewhere to put them. So the 70s and 80s were a very interesting time here because for a split second, Irvington was the American dream. Hey Reagan, what's going on? War on drugs? We've gone into this endless times on this channel. The war on drugs has been the ultimate weapon in destroying predominantly black and brown or urban communities across the country. I'll leave links in the description, but when the crime bill in the 90s that criminalized fatherhood happened, basically double tapping the nuclear family, well, that was all she wrote. And soon enough, it wasn't just white flight, but anyone who wanted a better quality of life booked it, supplanted by the next batch of foreign-born citizens. Once again, no disrespect to them, but it's difficult to see the dip in quality of life coming from where many of our brothers and sisters left. Irvington didn't get to 23% poverty by accident, but finger-pointing at the corrupt politicians or crying about the past won't help these areas moving forward. It ultimately only serves to distract and divide. So, what do? Well, I have a plan. I'll link in the description, but with a community so thoroughly beaten to dust, this hasn't been easy. The reason this video is even a thing is because during my travels back and forth to Union Township to get them to vote yes on retail cannabis for their town, on one very pretty day, I decided to walk it out. The stark difference is really pronounced, and it's amazing that the two places are so close. This is less than a mile separating devastating poverty from economic prosperity. New Jersey is tiny, man. This walk was much longer, and I sped up the video. I actually had to change the entire rig because it wasn't an option to speed up video in my old software. Now I'm having a lot of fun learning this new setup. I don't know if you noticed the new sexy title sequence. Yeah, it's kinda hot. So, back to the point, let's wrap this up. My science aficionados know how to boil a frog, but in case you're unaware, if you throw a frog into boiling water, it'll jump out. But if you put a frog in cool water, then gradually increase the heat, it'll boil to death. That's ultimately what has happened to the township of Irvington, New Jersey. It is boiling in the cauldron of poverty, but those who would and should feel the heat are numb at this point. Well, that's about it. Thanks so much for putting up with me and taking this walk. You are appreciated. If you liked it, like the video. If you want more content as we continue to fight for our home, subscribe. If you think it's poignant enough to share, then by all means. And if you think I'm a jackass that knows not of which he speaks, hit up those comments. Until the next video, love.